So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Sliding out of the pocket. Nifty move, and they will. We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Throwing to start here is Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Apparently this defense has come to play. A sack and a run stuff behind the line on the first 2 plays.
A miserable start here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and very long. Now Tua.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking on the midfield logo. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Dragons are on the board first here this afternoon.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. Throw caught by Achane.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Tua going to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play, and on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored it.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30.
Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. The Dragons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
19 yards there on the catch and run. After one, 17-7 is our score. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Now back to throw. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
They'll drop to throw. It'll buy some time right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 3rd down and 13. Looking to throw. On the move to his left. The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty. And that forces a 4th down situation. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Washington now brings this out. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Miami set to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the gun, it's Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. It fights him off, and the pressure gets to him again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Fielded at the 43. A good kick that. Also a pretty good 15-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dragons offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Now a 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Nifty move. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dragons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A little juke. How did he stay on his feet? And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll begin up in the Steel City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. Najee Harris, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Breece Hall, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now he'll give it up on the reverse. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Stiff-armed him. Gets through, and now an opening. He's still on his feet, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 8.
They'll look to throw here. They'll roll him out right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Dragons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
They'll try and run it here. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Looking to pass. Tua.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Cooks motions to the left.
On play action, here's Tua.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3. Back now in Miami.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go HN. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Right back to him on 1st down. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. From the 25, here's 2nd and 9. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You have some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Under pressure, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Tua sets up to pass it. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Tua. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And fights through one man. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 99 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. There's a nice move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game.